Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing my AFL Fantasy review of the practice game between the Melbourne Demons and the Richmond Tigers, in which the Melbourne Demons, again like most teams, the winning team came out comfortable winners. Demons by 50 points, 121 to 71, so a high scoring game. And yeah, so before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, as it's crucial for growth and just for my sake to be able to get out videos that you guys like and will enjoy more, and then it'll be better for all of us. So if I switch across, here we go. So we had Taranto and Baker at 1-2-1. Taranto's score was a lot more promising than I thought he would do, especially with 79% time on ground to go 1-2-1. He's back to his best, and I guess being a newer fantasy player, I don't remember the times that Taranto went. I believe he had years where he went like 115 and stuff. Going back on memory, why am I searching him up when he's in my team? So if we go over to his full profile here, 2021, 107, 2020, 76, 112, 90, 61. So he's had a 112 and a 112 before, way back. So Taranto probably is a very, very good option now looking at it. I think I just missed the call with it earlier on. Baker, 1-2-1, you're not going to get that from him consistently. He had 36 touches. I don't know how Baker got 36 touches and who was marking him, but they obviously didn't do the best job. Gawn, 111, 3 goals, 2. He dominated the game. 8 marks, 3 tackles, 12 hitouts, 17 touches as well. He didn't have as many touches as I'm used to him having necessarily. Sometimes he has games of like 30 odd touches and it's like, wow, he really dominated in all areas, and he only had 12 hitouts. Sometimes he has like 30 or so hitouts as well. So he really dominated the game, I guess, and it's really, I guess, a testament to how good of a player he is, considering he was playing next to Gawn Grundy, who I guess really, Gawn Grundy had a great start to the game. If we look at goals, 3 goals, he only had 69% time on ground. So, like, those two will combine for probably 170 something a night, 180 a night at least. It'll just be the splits that they get, and I think Gawn Grundy will work into his efforts, like work into the season, get his time on ground up, and you could see that push 195, 200 if they really are good together, and then they almost could be a set and forget ruck at the same team, which is crazy to even think about. Then you have Petraca here, and I was going in between in the game. I switched like 3 or 4 times between Petraca and Oliver, my actual team, as they went up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's hard to say because I think Petraca is a very, very good option. I just want the assurity with Oliver that's going to basically put up a ton each week, I think. So I think Oliver is the better option than Petraca, as I'm taking more of that half-forward risk with McRae. So I think the surety of Oliver is just a little bit better. Then you have Lockie Hunter at 99, which is quite crazy to think about. But he is coming in at a price at 76. Wait, no, he's not priced at 76. He's priced way higher. He's priced at like 82, 83. So if he was priced at 76, he'd be an option, but he only played 9 games. So it's quite hard to say with the surety that he's going to better 82 or so, 83. So with that, yeah, you can't really go for him. Ed Langdon, 88, 22 touches, 16, 6, 8, 1. So he did a little bit better than Stephen May. Again, I think he's in the same boat. I don't think he's going to massively outscore his average from last year. Stephen May had 9 marks, which is quite high, I guess, for the type of role I think he'll play this year. As I think he'll be more of the key defender, lockdown defender, that he's only really going to get marks off intercepts. Daniel Rioli at 86 is quite big. He did I don't know how did we get to that. I guess 30 points, 33 points, that's 63, and then a couple more in handballs and, in marks and tackles. So, and he got a goal there. Yeah, there you go. That's why. So, Daniel Rioli, I don't think has the role necessarily, especially with the way Richmond play, that to get up to that 90, 95 that you probably need out of him. If you go here, Rioli, what is he priced at? He's priced at 78. You probably need him to go 92, 93, and to only have +8 in a practice game is probably not good enough. Harm's got 86 on 73% time on ground, which is really good. Neil Bullen, 81, which is alright, I guess, but 1 goal, 1 as well. So you have a lot of D's midfielders and wingers, like you have Harms, Petraca, Oliver are probably going to be the midfield guys. Then you have Neil Bullen as a 4th, I think, midfielder, and you got the 2 wingers in Hunter and Langdon. So you have, 6 guys from the midfield alone, plus most likely the 2 ruckmen. So you have the whole midfield rotation is going to average over probably 80 this year, which is quite crazy, which probably means that if there's so much percentage of the pie, I guess, in the Melbourne midfield, you're going to miss out on the defend. There's only going to be 1 or so defenders, which I think is going to be Brayshaw. And then the rest of it is going to go to... There's not going to be much more spread if you think about it. Because most teams score, I think it's roughly 1,500. And if you think that 1,500 or so, and if you think that 600 or so is 550, 600 is going to be taken up by the midfield, I think it might be even 1,400 or so. But if you think about it, like, look at here, is that you have such a top-heavy... I guess they did dominate the points this week in that the Melbourne Demons dominated. But I just think you cannot basically look outside of the top defender or forward for... I don't even think they have a forward that really runs in the midfield. So you really can only look at Brazier outside of that midfield set for the whole of Melbourne, unless there's a rookie or something that pops up. He had 76%, 76 on 84% time on ground, 21 for 15, 6, 5 and 1. I think you'll see that increase in the season. And anything else? Hopper, 64. Yeah, nothing convincing there. Gawn Grundy only got 62 with 3 goals, so nothing really convincing there. And all of the Richmond guys really just sucked, basically. There's not much more to talk about. Samson Ryan, 42. That's pretty good. 1 goal, 2. That's pretty good for a rookie. Hopefully he gets on. Especially 24% time on ground for a 42 is really good. So hopefully they finally switch out of Nankovas eventually, and you get Samson Ryan playing, who can just play that R3 for us and just sort of gain a lot of value. Hopefully he can gain 200, 300k or something ridiculous and really put his name up there. And yeah, there's nothing really more to talk about in terms of these guys. So if I go back to the main screen, that's my review of the Melbourne vs Richmond game, the last preview game for the whole series. I guess that's a series wrap of these games. So it was nice to go through all these games and really look at, I guess it gave me more insight into who I want to pick and who I think is probably not the best option. But also when you're looking at deeper past the points scored, and when you look at time on ground and you look at other players and how they scored, it really gives you insight into the roles that players will play, and it gives you a rough estimate of what they'll do. Obviously not perfect. No one's going to be perfect with their estimates. But it gives you a rough idea of what they're going to do. You're probably going to be able to hit within 3 or 4 points either way of what they're going to be able to do. So you have you can probably hit within an 8-point range of their actual average. So it's, very, very good. And this was, especially for this game, to show that, I guess, Petraca and Oliver, even though they play sometime forward and stuff, and even showing Gawn can still dominate with Grundy in the side, gives you insight into how Melbourne will do, and I think they're going to be a very, very good premiership contender, considering they beat up another Richmond, who I think will make finals. They beat them up pretty convincingly. So thanks guys, and I'll see you guys in another video.